repeating infinitely. Okay, so then what is then 2/3? All right, well, again, I have a fractional value in thirds, so it's not going to go evenly. But the closest thing to it is going to be 0.6 with a bar, or 6/10 repeated, so 0.6666666, and then the bar shows the repetition. Okay, and then as a percentage, that's going to be 66.6 with a bar. There we go. All right, the next one we're going to do is 1/5. So I'm going to take my fraction bar and I'm going to break it into fifths. And I want 1/5. All right, so 1/5. And if I'm going to be making the equivalent fraction, going over to the decimal, I know it's going to be tenths or hundredths. I'm going to do tenths. Okay, so 5 goes into 10 2 times, so I know it's going to be 2/10. Now, if I say 2/10 out loud, I can kind of envision what that looks like as a fraction, or excuse me, as a decimal. So 0 and 2/10, so it's 0.2. Now, what does that look like as a percent? Well, I know it's 2/10, so what's in my hundredths column? Because I know percent is always out of 100. Well, I'm going to put that little placeholder there, and I know it's going to be 20%. All right, so the next fractional value we're going to do is 2/5. So again, we're going to be in fifths. Actually, why don't I go just and break the rest of them up since I'm on a roll here. And then we're going to do sixths. And then we're going to do eighths. And then the last one we're going to do here is going to be tenths. Okay, so after 1/5, okay, we have 2/5. So 2/5 is going to look like this. So 2 out of 5. And again, I'm going to be converting it into tenths. So going from fifths to tenths, I'm increasing it by a scale factor of 2. So what I do to the denominator, I have to do to my numerator. So I'm going to get 4/10. So 4/10 is going to be 4 in the tenths column. 4/10 looks like that. And if I want to convert it to a percent, I need to go out to that hundredths place. So I am now at 40%. All right, next one we're going to do after 2/5 is going to be 1/6. All right, now just like my thirds, sixths actually cannot be converted into tenths or hundredths. So we have to, we're going to be getting a repeating decimal. So 1/6 is going to look like this. And it's going to be 0 and 1/6 with a bar, or 16 hundredths. 16 hundredths. And then just that 6 is going to repeat. The 1 doesn't repeat, so because the bar is not above the 1. So it's just the 6. So if this were to keep going, it would be 0.16666666666. And then as a percentage, that would be in the hundredths column. We have that 6, so it's going to be 16. And then I know it keeps going, so I'm going to add the 0.6 with the bar percent. All right, the next one we're going to do is eighths. So 1/8 looks like this. Now, eighths actually cannot be converted to tenths or hundredths, but it can be converted to thousandths, interestingly enough. If we go all the way out to the thousandths place, we are going to get an even number. So 1, 2, So 125 thousandths. And you probably can't read that too well, so I'll go over it in black. So 1/8 is equivalent to 125 thousandths. So percentages, what is that equivalent to? Well, from the hundredths place, I can see it goes out there. That 1, 2 in the hundredths place, and then that extra 5 in the thousandths place means 0.5. So 12.5%. Now the last one we're gonna do today, probably the most straightforward, the fractional value of 1/10. 1/10, already in tenths, so 0.1 or 1/10. And then the percentage that is going to be equivalent to, again, I am going to put that placeholder 0 because we know percent means out of 100, so I need to go out to the hundredths place. So that is going to be 10%. So don't let the fact that it's just a 1 fool you. It's not 1%. You have to go out to the hundredths place. All right, so those are the common fractions, decimals, and percents.